Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Today we're going to restore a Hot Wheels heavyweight ambulance. These Hot Wheels diecast cars really just did never ever get their just dues. These cars are really cool. I remember playing with these when I was a kid, and they were a lot of fun. Now, there's a bunch of different ones out there. There's the tow trucks, there's the flatbed tow trucks, there's the bucket trucks, there's the ambulance. There's just a lot of them. Plus, there's a lot of other construction vehicles. But this one is in definite need of a restoration. The paint job is pretty well beat, the wheels are worn out, and obviously you can see the back end of the ambulance is all stained up, so we're going to have to paint that. Well, enough talk. Let's go ahead and get started with today's restoration. I've already drilled out the post. There's two posts on this car on the bottom side. Man, look how bad these are stained up. I don't know why they turned the color they did, but this is really tired and definitely needs some love to it. Pop out the windshield as best you can. There we go. Windshield's all cracked up and everything, so we'll get a new windshield for it. This can definitely be saved, but we'll throw it in the paint stripper and we'll see what we can do, how much polishing it needs. The base is in pretty good shape. The suspension block in there is really nice. Got some felch up around the wheels. We'll have to get rid of that, where somebody was playing with it on a carpet or something. Wheels are cap style wheels. We'll have to replace those out. I think I just happen to have some from the Redline shop. And the interior, it's a little bit dirty, but a little soap and water will take care of that. It is what it is. Now there's a few different colors for the interior. This one's brown. Yeah, that windshield's just toast. I mean, I'll throw it in my bin to have it if I need it. Now this back end, man, is that stained up. So we'll have to pop out that plastic. Now the tabs are broken off there too, but there's not too much we can do about that. Here's the little inner sleeve, the ambulance bed and everything. We'll definitely have to paint that up to make it look as good as new. Well, we got all our parts. Let's do it. Here we're going to pop it in the Citra strip. Now, it works good. It's not very fast, but it works good. And there's all kinds of different strippers out there. You're just going to have to experiment with whatever you like to use or whatever you can get. I've got the aircraft stripper. It's expensive, is why I don't use it. I've got it though in case I need it for a real quick job. And it really does smell bad too, so you got to be careful with that. So coat the inside and the outside. Even though we're going to restore it to the same color, I still want to have a nice clean finish when I go to paint my car. Now we'll just let that set.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Now we're going to go ahead and paint it up. It shined up pretty nice, just a little bit of buffing, and it turned out really nice. So we're going to go ahead and paint it up a nice Spectre Flame red. The red was the original color, so that's what we're going to do. Here we're putting down some light tack coats on there, just enough to give it a tooth to bite on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted of any future videos that come out. Anyways, back to the tack coats. You want to put a couple of light mist coats on there just to give any future layers of paint that you spray on something to grab onto. Once you put the tack coats on, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and that'll give it time to start gumming up, and that will definitely give your paint something to bite onto. But we're going to continue here putting on a few more tack coats, and then again, like I said, we're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, and I think that by the time we're done here, this ambulance is going to absolutely look beautiful. Alright, well, let's let it set, and then we will spray on a few more heavier coats to get us to where we need to be. We've let that set for about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and start putting on a few heavier coats here to get us to the nice color that we want. Now, when you mix up the Spectre Flame paint and you mix the hardener with it, It's a 5-to-1 ratio, so for every 5 drops of paint, you want to put 1 drop of the hardener. I've got mine pre-measured out to where I use my little pipettes, and I know how much paint that I have in the pipette, and then I know how much hardener I need in the smaller pipette in order to mix up what works for me. Now, I recommend that you follow the manufacturer's specifications when it comes to mix up the paint. Whether you're using paint from the Redline shop, the Spectraflame, or you're using the Nitroflame paints from Bright Vision. And those paints are excellent also. They just need a little bit more in-depth reading when it comes to the instructions, but they work fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint up the ambulance back pieces. Those are the ones that were stained up pretty nasty. Here I'm using Tester's Gloss White paint, and I'm putting down very, very light coats. That will cover up any stains that you have. Now, I did tend to put a little bit heavier white on there than I wanted, and it looks like it's really, really wet, which it was, but it worked out okay. Here we're dropping the base in a 50-50 mixture of Lime Away and water. This is to help remove the tarnish off the base of the car. It was tarnished up pretty good, and we zoom in here just so you can start to see that the bubbles are definitely working to eat away the oxidation on the base. When you let it sit for approximately 4 minutes, you're going to take it out and you're going to scrub it down with a brass brush. Make sure that you're wearing your safety gloves or your rubber latex gloves, and make sure you wear your eye protection, because if you get that Lime Away in your eyes, it's going to burn and it could potentially interrupt your vision or take out your vision or burn your eyes. You definitely don't want that. So please wear your safety goggles. We're going to let this sit for about 4 minutes, and then we're going to get back to you and show you the results. It's been approximately 4 minutes. Look how nice that foamed up. Now we're going to take it out of the Lime Away and water mixture, and we're going to scrub it up. Here I've got my latex glove on. We're taking that brass brush and we're going to scrub it down a little bit. Now just don't press too hard on your brush, because you don't want to get it to where it scratches the base up. You just want to get that extra tarnish off there. But I'll tell you, that mixture of the Lime Away and water works fantastic. Again, that's a 50-50 mixture. 50% water, 50% Lime Away. If you get a little bit too much Lime Away, then you're liable to chemically stain the base, and you definitely don't want that because it's so hard to get out. Once you're done scrubbing this up, run it under the tap water and rinse it down and scrub it down with a toothbrush and some soap and water, and that will get rid of the Lime Away residue that's on the base of your car. Now notice that I still have the wheels on the car here. The Lime Away doesn't affect the plastic, so there's no issues there. These are also the old wheels, so we're gonna, once we get this cleaned up, we're gonna go ahead and pop those off anyways and do a wheel swap. That's looking pretty darn good. Yeah, look at the results of that. That's pretty nice. Now, if you want to buff it from here, you definitely can. In this case, my opinion, it doesn't need it. So take a razor with these cap wheels, put it in between the edge and the tire, work it in there, and just slowly twist your knife and it'll pop right off. Some wheels are a little bit more stubborn than others, and it'll take a little bit more, but you can get these off. Now, I bought this kit off of eBay, and it came with the tires, it came with a new windshield, and it actually came with the bucket truck back. I'm going to save that for a future build. I just wanted the windshield and the wheels out of there, and I got these on eBay. Now, earlier I said that I had the cap wheels off of the Redline shop. I usually get all my wheels from the Redline shop. Now, I did get a bunch from Bright Vision also, and those wheels are quality too. Now, this happened to come in the packet, so I'm going to use these up. I just didn't want to mislead you here, and I do apologize for that. Here we've got all our parts. We've got the base all cleaned up and nice with the new wheels on there. That looks sharp. We've got the ambulance back. I'm holding it with my fingers like this because it's still a little bit soft. I don't want to get fingerprints in it. Here's the back plastic with the little dome light on back. Here's the windshield. It's in pretty good shape. I could have definitely stuck it in some gauzy to make it shinier, but it's all right. The interior's nice and clean, and the paint job turned out fantastic. That looks great. We've got all our parts here. Let's go ahead and put it together and do our reveal. And here's where we started. We got the ambulance here. Back end, the tabs are broken off, so we may have to glue that on there later, but I think temporarily I'm just going to set it on top. The base and everything is in pretty tarnished shape. The ambulance portion is messed up and stained. The body's all flea bit, got a lot of paint missing, but we can definitely take care of that. And here's what we got to. A beautifully restored Hot Wheels heavyweight ambulance. Now, from what we had before to what we have now, this thing is absolutely beautiful. This is going to be a really nice addition to my collection. Now, you can find the old beat-up trucks on eBay. You've got a bunch of the Hot Wheels or Diecast people there on the Facebook pages. Check those out. Redline Junkyard is a good place to buy used Redlines, and you're probably going to get a better price than you do off of eBay. But individuals have them. If you want them, just ask for them. I'm sure that they'll find them for you if you really want it bad enough. And the price is really reasonable. I've had a really great time restoring this. I'm going to be doing in the future, I'm going to do the tow truck. I want to do the little bucket truck and some of the other heavyweights. I might even switch up the colors, but I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks for joining me here today at Diecast Graveyard. I've had a great time making this video for you. A lot of videos coming up. We got a subscriber build-off going on right now, so don't forget to join. Go to that video. I'll have a link up above. This is Diecast Graveyard. I'm Paul. Have a great day.